Smitty on the track. Hey! Be sure to hit that subscribe button, like and share this video. Make sure you hit that notification bell so that you can get more up-to-date videos. Favorite food. That's a good one. My favorite food. Man, as you can see, if you look at my cheeks, I like to eat. I love to eat and I love good food. I love trying new things. Not all new things, but I'm open to trying new things. I enjoy. My favorite food is Italian food, to be honest. I love pastas. I love lasagna. I love anything with spaghetti, pasta, meat, and sauce is a win for me. But from being from the Bahamas, I also love Bahamian mac and cheese. There is no other dish that quite satisfies me like Bahamian mac and cheese. And I haven't found it anywhere else in the world other than in the Bahamas. And then following closely after that is Bahamian dumpling soup. I love dumpling soup. Dumpling soup has, well, for me, when I make it, I have pigeon peas. Sometimes I make split peas. Sometimes I use split peas. So split peas, if I want split pea soup. Pigeon peas, meat, so chicken wings. You can put whatever you want to put in the soup. So chicken wings, conch. Some people put ham. Some people put ribs. Some people put crab, but they'll call that crab soup. I love it with a lot of dumplings. So a dumpling is like this. It's a dumpling. There's no other way to describe it. It's like this doughboy. And so you need like flour, water, a little bit of salt. Some people put baking powder. Some people don't. Either or is fine with me. It doesn't matter as long as the soup has a lot of dough. A lot of dough. Alright, so I like Bahamian dumpling soup. It's one of my favorites. With cassava, potatoes, pumpkin, carrots, sweet potatoes, regular potatoes. Sometimes you put plantains in it. Not overripe plantains, but green plantains, so that when it boils, it's nice and not too tender. It's nice and firm. So yeah, dumpling soup. What else do I like to eat? Because there's a lot of things I like to eat. I like a good salad, believe it or not. If I have salad ingredients, I probably can eat a salad every day. Because I like a good salad. I like my romaine lettuce, my cherry tomatoes or Roma tomatoes, regular tomatoes as well. Any kind of tomatoes. I love tomatoes. I can have salads with apples, blue cheese, feta, walnuts, almonds, strawberries, blueberries, carrots, spinach, cucumbers. I love a good salad. Any kind of, not any kind of meat, but chicken chunks of chicken. What else? Just chicken, just salads. I like salads. Oh, my favorite color? My favorite color is chartreuse. Believe it or not, I just learned that color about 4.5 years ago. And when I heard it, I said, that is my favorite color. Not because of the word, but because of the color. So I used to call my color the Granny Smith green apple. So it's like that green. It's not dark green, but it's light green. It's not lime green. It's like in between. It's like a very specific shade of green. Because I don't like all shades of green. There's a very specific shade of green that is sort of like the Granny Smith apple shade of green. And then I learned the word chartreuse. And I learned that it was a shade of green that matched my favorite shade of green. And so my favorite color is chartreuse. My favorite music. I enjoy listening to gospel music all time, overall, all my life, throughout life. Gospel music is where I go when I need to be uplifted, when I need to feel refreshed and renewed as a human, when I need to go to another level in Christ and just meditate on Him and His Word. My go-to is gospel music. And it's not any one particular artist. It's very much so a variety of songs. So my favorite gospel song is Bow Down and Worship Him by Paul Martin. And then I also love Sharon Gardner, Closer to You. Well, the title is actually Closer. And his whole collection of work is amazing. And I also enjoy, his name is escaping me right now. But he sings, "You are Alpha and Omega." Israel Houghton. I really enjoy Israel Houghton. He's a pretty good one. But there are many artists that I like. When I'm feeling ratchet, ratchet means wild, loose, party like vibe. I listen to a lot of different people. Believe it or not, I love rap. I love R&B. I love hip hop. I love pop. I just love music. I love soca. Soca after gospel, soca is the second thing. And of course, shout out to QOB, Queen of Bacchanal, Destra Garcia. I've been to 3 Destra concerts when she's been to the Bahamas, and it's been amazing. I love Beanie Man. I've been to a Beanie Man concert. I enjoy Cardi B. She's not appropriate for kids. I like Cardi B. I don't know why. There's something about her that I really appreciate. I think she's authentic, and I like her music. I like her style. I have several favorite songs. I like The Box by Roddy Ricch, and I also like Look Back at It by A Boogie with the Hoodie, and I like Dance Monkey. I love Rihanna. Caribbean. I love Rihanna. I love everything Rihanna. I love all of her songs, all of her music. She's incredibly talented. And who else? I'm sure I'm missing so many people. Rappers. I really enjoy listening to anyone with incredible lyrical styles. I know we always talk about Tupac and Biggie, and I love both of them. I love both of their music. My favorite Tupac song is Changes, and Biggie has just several bumping. Like, I love it when you call me Big Papa. Like, I like both of them. I love Eminem. Eminem has he has a way with words that I really appreciate. I enjoy Kendrick Lamar. I've heard about J. Cole, and I've explored some of his music a little bit, but not enough to be like, yeah. But I like those kind of, you have a message to your rhyme, a movement to your madness. It's just meaningful and purposeful and rich. That's what I enjoy listening to. Mumble rappers, I like Migos. Like, their songs are popular. Like, the music is popular and I listen to it, but when I'm writing my raps and I'm needing inspiration, I don't really lean into that kind of music. Even though I am enjoying, what is his name? It's a song called Gooba by 6ix9ine. I'm enjoying that. That's a pretty dope one. Yeah, so that's music. My favorite ice cream is espresso chip. Espresso chip is a coffee flavored ice cream. What makes it different from coffee flavored ice cream or coffee ice cream is that it has chips of chocolate in it. And it is so good. It is the most creamy, just buttery goodness. Okay? And you know what espresso chip ice cream tastes good with? A nice slice of hot brownie. That's some good stuff. Vacation spots. I love to travel. I have a travel bracelet. I really wish I had brought it to this interview. I have a travel bracelet, and every time I go someplace new, I buy a Pandora charm and add it to my bracelet. And so I look to go to new places. I believe that exposure and travel is incredibly important. It helps you. It helps you to appreciate where you're from, I feel. I'll give an example. I went to New York and I went to the beach. And the water was gray and murky. And there were a lot of people on the beach and they were enjoying the sand, the sea, the sun. But it was not the Bahamas. And I appreciated coming home where the water is crystal clear and I could see straight through down to the bottom, and just being amazed at the difference and having an appreciation for that, and an inspiration for wanting to conserve and preserve that thing that we have that is so different from everywhere else. And so travel is a huge thing for me, and I think that every single Bahamian should leave home for a minute, leave home for a vacation, leave home for a week, leave home for a few days to see someplace else and to see why we should appreciate the place that we call home and take care of it, and, stop littering, stop being nasty, and just take care of ours. No one is going to treat what belongs to you better than you treat what belongs to you. And so it's important that we realize what it is we have and take care of it. But back to travel. My favorite place in the world to visit is New York City. Let me tell you why. New York City is like the complete opposite of my lifestyle. Like in New York, it's like being warped into a different era of time and space. So we have something called Bahamian time, and it's pretty much you make it when you make it, even if you're given a time. So if something starts at 9 a.m., I might reach there at 10 a.m., 11 a.m. So let me clarify. Bahamian time doesn't mean being early. For the most part, it means being late. And then I go to New York. So I live here, especially on the island. It's like time really doesn't exist. Like you just go about your business and how you see fit. But I went to New York and I was fascinated that people were running for a train to catch a train that comes every 3 minutes. And I'm just like, I'm not running to no train. I'm gonna wait the 3 minutes. But just the pace of it, the busyness of it, the congestedness of it, I find incredibly fascinating. And I would just watch people, the uniqueness, like people felt comfortable just being them. I remember seeing this guy. He had on a full lime green suit from head to toe, hat and everything. From head to toe, everything was green. And it was like, wow, oh, okay. And then the train performers, when you're catching a train in New York, you can look out for any and everything. There were a group of young men that came onto a train, and they had a little boom box, a little speaker box, and they pressed play, and they just started dancing, like break dancing on the train, using the poles, flipping on the ceiling, flipping all over the place. Like, it was just, like, it's things like that. It was just like, oh, dang, like, that's interesting. The street performances, I went to Times Square. There were lots of street performers. It's pretty cool. There's just a air about New York that makes it different. Like, you could just feel the vibrant life and just, you know, it's like you belong even though you don't belong. Like, that's the vibe that New York gives off. Like, everybody belongs. Like, if you go into Times Square, you would hear so many different languages. You would hear English, Spanish, Vietnamese, Japanese, so many different languages, and see so many different nationalities. It's welcoming. Now, I've only been there as a visitor, so I don't know if that's true, but that is the vibe and the feel that I get from New York. And New York at Christmas time, amazing. My favorite movies are, I have two. My favorite movies are Grease. Grease is a musical, and I've watched that movie a gazillion times. And I love Danny Zuko. Shout out to John Travolta. I will always have a crush on you, John Travolta. And also Ghost Ship. Ghost Ship is a horror. So if you're a little kid and you're watching this, you can't watch Ghost Ship. Ghost Ship is an interesting storyline that has captivated me for several views. I've watched that movie more than 5 times for sure, but not as much as I've watched Grease, because I came across Grease as a child, and I would watch that so many times. I like musicals, I realize. I also enjoy Cry Baby with Johnny Depp. And Chicago with Richard Gere is one of my favorite musicals. I love the scene where he is like the puppeteer and he's like doing his puppets. It is a very good movie. My favorite book. To be honest, my favorite book series is the Harry Potter series. And I love that. I love that book series. I love the storyline. I love, reading Harry Potter was one of the most engaging reads as a teenager and even into adulthood that kept me fascinated the entire time. The characters, Mrs. Umbridge, just the storyline of he who must not be named, and the splitting of his soul and sending it into 7 different Horcruxes, however you say it, and having to go on that journey to find them. And surprisingly, Ginny and Ron's relationship, anyway, I won't get into that because I could talk about Harry Potter all day and then give you all a lot of spoilers. So if you haven't read it, very good book series. Another one of my favorite books, or another book that really captivated me, I'm going to stay with young adult books or children's books since my channel is geared towards teaching and learning, I enjoyed The King of Mulberry Street. The King of Mulberry Street is about not an orphan. This little boy. He's about 9, I believe. I can't remember the details right at this point. He's 9, and he was living in Italy initially, and his mom wanted a better life for him. And she was a single mom, and as a single mom during that era, she like couldn't really get a good job, things like that. Like she was pretty much shunned, and so she put her one child as a stowaway on a ship to send him to America in the hopes that he would have a better life. And he goes to America, and he has to make it, and he has to survive, and he becomes the king of Mulberry Street. And one thing I love about reading, like I said earlier, is that it takes you places. And I happened to visit New York, and I had to go to Mulberry Street. It's an actual street, and there's a place there called Little Italy. And on that street, there's a lots of Italian restaurants. And so it just brought the setting of that book alive for me and authenticated the story. Even though the story was fiction, it's like, oh, you know, like I could see Dom, who's the main character, you know, owning these streets. And then I had a gelato. I had my first authentic Italian gelato. And that was pretty cool. And took lots of photos. It was pretty awe-inspiring to read about a place and then visit that place in real life. Another amazing book is Copper Sun. Copper Sun is a book about a young girl named Amari. She started life living, you know, doing things as usual in a village in Africa. And she was enslaved, and she talks about her journey of going through the transatlantic slave trade and experiencing that. It's by Sharon Draper, and it's a really, really, really heart-wrenching, descriptive, emotional text. And she just talks about her journey. And I don't want to get into any details. I don't want to give too many spoilers. And just her fight for freedom and eventually becoming free, and what that looks like and what that would look like for slaves. And it's an amazing read. So those 2 books outside of the Harry Potter series, off of the top of my head, are 2 books that are memorable to me, and that the storyline is impactful as well. Favorite students? Favorite student? No, I don't have those.
Yeah, man. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, like and share this video, and comment below. I look forward to hearing from you. If you need to reach me, please shoot me an email at readingroom242@gmail.com. If you are a teacher making waves in the field of education, or you have your own YouTube channel and would like to be featured on my channel, let's have a candid conversation. Email readingroom242@gmail.com to let me know.